Well, hi everyone, welcome to Blagdon Village Musical Memories Volume 22. It's great to be back. And what at the moment is being a slightly sunny morning, although it didn't look very good earlier on. Anyway, you know I'm not very good with classical music, but I do get requests for it, and so I have to be very careful to try and pick the right piece out. And I must warn you, this one comes with a warning. If you've got a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, put it down before the music starts, because it goes with a bit of a bang. This is part of Verdi's Requiem. Wasn't that fantastic? That woke you up, didn't it? That was a recording, as you could tell, from Korea, and it was the Cham Philharmonic, which was an orchestra put together specifically for this concert, and it was commemorating some tragedy from about 80 odd years ago, I think, and it was conducted by a guy called Jaboon Kim. It's not known to me, of course, but what gets me is, weren't they young? Didn't they look young? So fantastically smart, so dedicated, and a wonderful piece of music. So let's move on to, well, I'm going to call it a show tune again, in that it comes from the film Pinocchio. And over the titles of the film, it was sung by a man. But here it's sung by the beautiful Catherine Jenkins, When You Wish Upon a Star.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come true. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of the secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
I shouldn't have said the beautiful Catherine Jenkins, should I? Because that's sexist, isn't it? And unfair. But she's Welsh, so I can make comment on the Welsh voice. Next we have Perry Como. Now, I've played Perry Como before, but I do get quite a few requests for him. And because of that, I feel I can choose the tunes that he sings. And this is one that takes me way back. I think I've told you before about a little old lady pianist in the White Cliffs Hotel at Dover playing this particular tune. Here Comes That Rainy Day by Perry Como.
Maybe I should have saved those leftover dreams. Funny, but here's that rainy day. Here's that rainy day they told me about. And I laughed at the thought that it might turn out this way. Where is that worn-out wish that I drew aside after it brought my loved one near? Funny how love becomes a cold, rainy day. Funny that rainy day is here. Funny, that rainy day is here.
Yeah, so that's a repeat of Perry Como. I think I've played that tune before. In a pianist, I think, or anyway. Those of you who want to can look back and find out who it was who was doing it. But it's a super tune, isn't it? Wonderful, wonderful tune. Now, again, we're sort of on requests, but not quite, because I had a request ages and ages ago for the Proclaimers and 500 Miles. Well, I tried it, but it's protected by copyright, so I can't use that one. But I came across another version of 500 Miles, a different song by Peter, Paul and Mary, who you know I like anyway, because I've played them before. So here we go, 500 Miles by Peter, Paul and Mary.
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 Lord, I'm 500 miles from my home. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles.
It's quite a short track, that, isn't it? I think that was what tended to happen in the days when they were recording, and they were at the peak in that particular instance. So now it's time to, well, okay, some of you didn't like a cappella singing and I pestered you with it, and then I let you off a bit, and now I'm going to pester you again. But I'm going to pester you with a purpose and with giving you a quest. This is a group from Taunton doing a cappella singing, and I need you to tell me who any of the people are performing here. Don't get introduced, but you have a look and see if you reckon. I don't know the faces, but you might, so please let me know.
From Taunton, England, under the direction of Kirsty Spencer, Sensational Chorus.
Well, they couldn't go wrong, could they? You know, local group singing one of my favourite songs. when I fall in love. And, you know, everyone, I know it's what they do in those performances, but everyone has got the right appearance, haven't they? Wonderful group. Don't forget, do let me know if you know who any of the people are. Now, this next one is one without video, I'm afraid. When I was about 16, I went to a Christian retreat for a weekend, and a wonderful experience. And on the Saturday evening, they played LPs for us, or records anyway, of religious type music that had been banned in the UK. And one of the tunes they played, which I've always remembered, it was by the Massachusetts Baptist Choir, was Take Me Lord. Now, I've searched high and low for that, and I can't find that. So this is a different version. Listen to the words and you'll come across the meaning, but say, it takes me way back to when I was about 16. And bear in mind, when I was 16, that's the pre-Pauline era.
When I was a young man in church on Sundays, I was called to think upon the book of Revelation, or the writings of St. Paul. When I looked up at the choir and I saw young Jean McCall, the sight of her made me to tremble. The thought of her caused me to fall. I said, take me, Lord, but not right now. There's some wild seed I need to sow, then I'll take up that gospel plow. Some more time I'm gonna waste before I fall into your net. Take me, Lord. But not just yet. One eye on the same Miss Jean, I went and joined the choir. How sweet the sound might save a wretch like me, take the edge off my desire. Then I heard that rock and roll, and I knew I had no choice. Oh, the devil, they say, I got the better tunes, and those tunes found me a voice. I said, take me, Lord, but not right now. There's some wild seed I need to sow, then I'll take up that gospel plow. Some more time I'm gonna waste before I fall into your net. Take me, Lord.
Take me, Lord.
But not just yet. Now I'm out here on the road, bearing the tools of my trade. If you're gonna carve a living out of song, you need to keep sharpening your blade. They say the narrow road leads homeward, but I've drove a crooked line. If the house above has many mansions, will one of them ever be mine? So take me, Lord, but not for a while. There's more ghosts I'm gonna raise before I go that extra mile. Some more time I'm gonna waste on some stuff I might regret. Take me, Lord. But not just yet.
Hope you enjoyed that, and weren't upset by it. You know, it was a bit of fun, and although it had a somewhat serious message, I guess. Now, around the same sort of time in my life, a bit later, when I was at college, 18, 19, I read Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, and I was so hit by the book at the time, very sad book, that when I finished it, I started again and read it through again. And that leads me a bit of a strange route to this next piece of music, because John Steinbeck got the title Grapes of Wrath from this particular tune, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And listen out for it, it's fairly early on. Look at these performers again. American Army band singers, and look how smart they are. I mean, I know they have to be, but this is the type of entertainment I like. Battle Hymn of the Republic. Now, I'm sure a lot of you would know the words to that anyway, but if you didn't, did you spot where the quote came from? I hope so. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really lovely. Now again, a little while ago, I played a piece that claimed to be Sarah Brightman and Michael Crawford. And it turned out not to be Michael Crawford, it was Michael Ball singing. And I said, well, at least we've got the benefit of having the better voice of Russell Watson. Perhaps not surprisingly, I did get a certain amount of aggravation over that. So I thought, well, okay, to be fair to Michael Crawford, and I remember him when he was in That Was the Week That Was, and he used to ride a scooter onto the set, and I can't remember what he did after that, but anyway, this is Michael Crawford and Dale Christensen singing a song from The Phantom. See how you like this one. I'm sure you will enjoy him.
No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you, my words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom, let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Say you love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you need me with you now and always. Promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask of you.
Let me be your shelter, let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you, your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me to hold me and to hide me.
Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you.
Share each day with me, each night, each morning.
Say you love me.
You know I do. Love me, that's all I ask of you. Anywhere you go,
I'm going to count that as a request because people complained that I said his voice wasn't quite as good. Anyway, I think he proved that he can sing, and so could his partner. She could sing as well. Now, another request, a piece of classical music, because someone said, give us something that bounces along, something I can dance to or whatever. Well, here's your opportunity. The piece that was requested was the Anvil Chorus by Verdi and Il Travatore, I think is what my note says. So I had a look for that, and I could find several versions. They're all a bit dark because they're on stage, but this is the most spectacular. I don't know how many people they've got on stage, and these are real anvils. Listen out to the Met Operatic Society from New York doing the Anvil Chorus. So I don't think you want to be in that if you weren't prepared to swing the hammer. Pauline wouldn't, well, she wouldn't be able to pick the hammer up to start with. And if she did manage to pick it up, she definitely wouldn't be able to hit the anvil with it. So she's excused that one. Next we have another request. And this particular piece started as a monologue, a spoken monologue, and was turned into a song. And this particular version is by the Corries, an Irish group. And say it was a request some time ago, and it didn't get played for one reason or another. But see how you can get on with the Bricklayers song.
It's called the Bricklayers Song. Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight, for at the time of writing it I'm not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly grey, and I write this note to say why I am not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear, but tossing them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he is an awkward sod, and he said I had to cart them down the ladders in me hod. Well, clearing all these bricks by hand, it was so very slow, so I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket, and to my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. The barrel broke me shoulder, as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I banged the pulley with me head. But I clung on tightly, numb with shock from this almighty blow, while the barrel spilled out half its bricks some 14 floors below. Well, when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and started down once more. I clung on tightly to the rope, me body racked with pain, and halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. The force of this collision halfway down the office block caused multiple abrasions and a nasty case of shock. But I clung on tightly to the rope as I fell towards the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks a barrel had scattered round. Well, as I lay there on the floor, I thought I'd passed the worst, but the barrel hit the pulley wheel and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me, I didn't have a hope. As I lay there bleeding on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. The barrel now being heavier, it started down once more. It landed right across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs in my left arm, and I can only say, I hope you'll understand why I am not at work today.
That's the Corries, and that's for Jim. Let's move on now to a bit of relatively pop music. I dread to think how old it is, but you know, I bet it's 30 years old, and yet I still think of it as pop music. Now, this is not a person that I fell in love with. I think I was too mature to fall in love with her, but she was awfully sexy. Debbie Harry, the group known as Blagdon. And this is Heart of Glass.
So turned out, had a heart of glass.
I'm sure I've tried to play Debbie Harry before and it's got copyright blocked. So hopefully that one will go through. Because it is a good sing-along song. Even if you don't know the words, you can sing along with it. Now, the next one, which is another request, you're definitely going to know the words too. Oh dear. This is from a localish group, the Wurzels, and it's the Combine Harvester song. This was requested by someone who should know better. See how you get on.
The Wurzels, right.
I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. I threw my pitchfork at your dog to keep quiet. Now someone's telling me that you avoided me. Come on now, darling, you got something that I need. Well, I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I got 20 acres and you've got 43. Now I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. She made I laugh, ha ha! I'll stick by you, I'll give you all that you need. We'll have twins and triplets, I'm a man built for speed. And you know I love you, darling, so give me your hand. I want the most is all they acres of land. Well, I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I got 20 acres and you got 43. Now I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. She's a nice bit of stuff and all. For 7 long years I've been alone in this place. We sleep in the kitchen, it's a proper disgrace. And if I cleaned it up, would you change your mind? I'll give a drinking strumpy and that lager and lime. Well, I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I got 20 acres and you got 43. Now I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Who loves you, baby? Ha ha! Wasn't we a grand couple at that last Wurzels dance? I wore brand new gaiters and me corduroy pants. In your new Sunday dress with the perfume smelling grand. We had our photos to get us sold in end. 'Cause I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Now that we both passed our 50s, I think that you and me should stop this gallivanting and will you marry me? 'Cause I got a brand new combine officer and I'll give you the key. Ah, you're a fine looking woman and I can't wait to get my hands on your end. Hi.
You have to, don't you? Oh, good old them. We come to the end now, and that, of course, is Bridge Over Troubled Water. We have to go back to Simon and Garfunkel song singing it. There's not too much wrong with that, is there? I think I've used it before. This is a later, you know, when they're a little bit older, but still in pretty good nick. Bridge Over Troubled Water.
when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down.
When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Darkness comes and pain is all around. Oh, just like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water.
Sail on, silver bird, sail on by. Your time has come to shine, and all your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lead you wide, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lead your
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this selection. It seems a bit different, wasn't there? Some good old rousing music, a little bit of pop music, managed to get some classical music in. Isn't that good for me? If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you didn't enjoy it, let Pauline know. She's the strong arm of the team. And if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Oh, and don't forget, if you recognise any of the ladies from Taunton singing, let us know about that as well, won't you? In the meantime, look after yourselves. Don't go stupid if you know, they do release us from our prison. You take care, look after yourselves, keep well, keep happy, and hopefully you'll see me another time. Bye. Well, I gave you lots of continuity errors in that session. I hope you found them. I hope you enjoyed them. It just goes to show that not everyone's perfect.